Okay, so I'm making part 2. So this is part 2 because I didn't get to finish everything. I don't want to have to make another video about this stuff. So we're talking about ancient folklore and all this stuff like that. So you got the Asians, you got the I don't know what you even call them, fucking Mesoamericans or Mexicas. There's a lot of different words. So the brown people, the red people. You got the white folks, you know, the Scandinavians, the Aryans, the Caucasians. You got like the black folks, Africans, Nubians, Negroes, I don't know what you want to call that. And then you got the Asians, I don't know what else they're called, Orientals, I don't know. So what's interesting with all that is, you know, some people believe that it broke down, everything is mixed. So they believe the black people were first, and then everything kind of like changed from them to the white people. I don't know. So as far as the Hitler people during that time, they were trying to prove that they were the best. You know, they were trying to prove that they were the pinnacle of human nature, humans, the smartest and all that stuff. So they went through they were using a lot of, you know, they were experimenting a lot. Like they did a lot of like biological testing. So we got the nuclear bomb, right? To this day, like we have like these supercomputers now. So India and China during their day were the pinnacle of their stuff. You know, they were creating some amazing stuff during their time, like mathematics and all that stuff. So this idea of we're different or we're the same or one race is better than the other, or all this stuff, it's like, it's questionable. It's like every race has their own attributes. So we all have like things that we're good at, you know, whether it be science or, you know, like numbers or building stuff, like building space stations, or actually building space stations, or actually, you know, like I guess somebody was saying no religion, all the religions were made from, all the major religions were made from the brown folks, the brown and black folks, like Buddhism and the Bible stuff. You know, these guys are all like from the Middle East. So I don't know what that all means, but spiritual connection to the earth. So when one culture is lacking something, they use it for whatever, you know. The Germans really were good at everything being on time, being categorizing everything. So the white folks like to categorize everything, and the brown folks are more laid back. And like the people in Europe get mad about the people in Southern Europe. They're like, oh man, those guys are hella lazy. And then the people from Southern Europe are like, oh man, those guys are too freaking high strung or whatever. So humans, we're just like that. We are the same, but we're different. So symbols, I use symbols in my art. not really. Like some people actually like the whole, what is that called? The flower or something. The thing with a bunch of circles, and then they make different, like the hippie people use it a lot, and I kind of, I was like, it's interesting. It is. I can't deny it that it's relevant somehow, because it's just science. It's just like putting a bunch of circles together and it creates something. It's like, oh, it's just natural, normal stuff. So there's all these hieroglyphics come from these things that are natural. So I don't deny it, but people that use it for their power trips, or they want to use, and it is, they say knowledge is power. But when they use the knowledge or whatever to control other people, that's where I believe that it's wrong to try to control other people through, like, say, if you make a car, and then you're like start charging everyone ridiculous amounts to, like the banking system. It's like, dude, the banking system is supposed to be for everybody to use, so that we can exchange money together between each other, and society's good. But if whoever created the banking system, now they're like, oh well, shit, we're just gonna start using it to take start making people owe us money, and then now we own the world. That's where it becomes like, okay, it's a good idea, but you guys messed it up, because now you're using it to control people. That's kind of what I see, and it's happening right now where there's wars. People warring. So I don't know. I make art and I talk about this stuff not because I think that humans are gonna change, or that we're gonna have like some kind of like, what I've learned. I thought people, if they learned about it, we would have a better society, because the people that don't, not dumb, but ignorant people that don't know about this stuff, like, or don't search it, or don't have the opportunity to, would, and being enlightened, and they would be like, oh hey, let's change it if we know it better. But it doesn't seem to work like that. It seems like we are going a certain way, but in one lifetime, I don't know. Like Martin Luther King came out, and he had great ideas, he had great philosophy, but it didn't work out to the level of, it didn't quite change in his lifetime. So it keeps changing, and now it's raining. So there are things that have some canvases sitting out in front of my house, so I gotta go make this short. So there is beauty and knowledge and wisdom and understanding stuff, but humans always seem to mess it up and try to use it for their advantage, and so I don't know. So I'm with the group that likes to not do that, but it doesn't seem like that group really makes things, like the artist group, like we're very giving. Like, even if we take sometimes, like, and get greedy and get stupid, like, we're very giving, because we absorb from the universe, we absorb from everything else going on in the world. So we're really just like a vessel of energy. Like, we absorb energy and then we give it. So we're just like, we're not the creators of the energy, we just absorb it. So like when you write poetry, or you write books, or you write music, or you do art, or whatever, anything, you're really just like absorbing creativity from wherever it comes from, and then you're giving it out to everyone else. That's why we give our artwork away, and it's tough for us to give monetary value to our art, because it's something that is a gift to us. So it's like, how are you going to charge something that we get given, that gives us like great pleasure, or great, like meaning to our, and then it's just knowledge. Like, somebody tells you knowledge and you want to just share it, and you could charge people for it, but a lot of us like to just give it away, because just like, how do you cook something and make it taste good? It's like, well, everybody should taste it. It's not going to take away from me. I'm still gonna make my food the way I like to eat, taste it or whatever, and then they can, if they like it, they can make it like that too. So that's kind of what I think. Sometimes I think we're misunderstood, but I understand monetary value to stuff and surviving in this world. The only reason that I use it or would use it is like, you have a business, people come to eat at your restaurant, and you have to charge them for the food that you make. And then if you want to make better food, you have to get more money to do that, and so you have to charge more. And then if you want to, be comfortable and like be able to have 5 restaurants, you have to incorporate or whatever. So it's like, it makes sense, but there's people that don't do shit and are making more money, or that, maybe they do. I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of my negative assumptions, but some people that are just born into money, that don't do nothing to earn it or to deserve it, and don't use it correctly, that abuse their power because they didn't learn. Just like a king that doesn't like take care of his people. It's like, the people are not for you to use. You're supposed to take care of the people. Your job is not even it's not even a job where you're just supposed to sit around and eat and drink and do whatever you want. You're supposed to go help the people and listen to people's problems all day. It's not a fun job. But anyway, so that's kind of what I see of politicians and all this stuff, and races and all this stuff. So it kind of goes there. So just don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say when I say it. Other than that, that's kind of all I really have to say about that. Oh yeah, the hummingbird. So the hummingbird and the bluebird, they're both native to America. So I'm pulling ideas from my race and my culture, and it's not, like I said, I'm not just purely from, I'm sure I'm mixed from some European blood, so, and even some Asian blood. So, but I do, I have Mexico blood, whatever you call that, from here in this land, and so I feel like I'm from this land and area of the world, and this race so I feel like from my ancestors, like I have a duty. I have a duty to represent. It's not that I hate anybody else, but it's just that I feel underrepresented growing up. So I want to help with that problem or issue, stuff that I've learned, and also like this blue and red thing. Like I have family, and like we grew up in the north, so I, studying on it, like I never was a part of it. I understand it, but I wasn't part of it. So now that I'm older and stuff, and things are getting crazy, like people were trying to use that, and like my son, like all this stuff, like these gangs and these poor people that are like street people that want to fight each other and go to prison and all this shit. Like I understand it, and trying to be part of the white people world, like not really trying, but just going to school, going to college, and doing art stuff. Like I just not part of it. Like I don't know. Like first of all, I'm proud of, like I said, where I come from and my people and all this stuff. But I'm not separated from everyone else in the world. And I refuse to be separated, especially like being in California, and people are tripping. I don't know, like I'd rather never be part of that. Like I appreciate it, and I want to help my people. I want to help brown people. I want to help San Jose. I want to help all the stuff that's important. But I don't agree with, like, I don't even agree with drug dealing. So, like, I know people sell drugs and do drugs and, like, it's a lot of money there and all this stuff like that. But I just don't want to be part of it, because I don't believe you should use that stuff to make yourself feel good, because you're never going to get better. You're never going to be strong enough to accomplish what you need to accomplish in this world. You're going to be a slave to the drug, and you're going to lose. So the same thing with, like, representing a color. It's like, man, even just, like, you are who you are. So it's like a male, Mexican, American. Like, I'm going to be that. I'm not going to try to be something else. But at the same, and I know where my family comes from and everything like that, but if I go to fucking Greece or to Rome or to fucking wherever, Ireland, or to LA or whatever, I don't want to not be able to go there and, like, be worried about that. Something that's not mine, I love my people. I love where I come from. I'm very proud of that. But I don't agree with the limitations that are put on that. You know, like being from one. I understand it, but I haven't had to live it, so I don't think. I know people have to live it, but I just want to achieve more, and it's sad to me that brown folks will do that, and all other colored people do it too. Like, you got gangs and all from everywhere. White people don't think they have gangs, but they know they do. Like, it's not just the bikers and stuff and the Aryan people. It's actually like police forces and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Even those people, I don't even care. It's like, you know, like, the police want to come check me out. The reason I even bring this up is because I'm feeling like people were trying to put me in that place, and I don't like it. People have been trying to put me in that place, and it's like, you know, and this is part of the drama.